Hello everyone. Welcome to Stupid Questions, a platform where we ask silly questions. So today we have Nargis ma'am. So I'll just introduce you. After completing education as an engineer in information technology and masters in computer science, ma'am moved into the field of design and persuaded masters in graphic design from National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad, graduating in 2019. Ma'am is Bombay-based graphic designer and software engineer with a specialization in cryptography. Ma'am has a keen interest in 3D art, digital graphics, and web-based programming, as well as analog publication, design, and print media. Her current work is an exploration of inner workings of geometric design and the possibilities they hold, deconstructing these static layered frameworks of grids by introducing movement and fluidity. She's taking a step towards creating a parallel design vocabulary. So we welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pranati.
Yeah. I request you to start with the presentation.
Okay. Nobody has ever called me ma'am, so I'm a little taken aback from that, but I'll continue. So, hi everyone. Do you want me to start the screen sharing now, Pranati?
Yes, ma'am. You can start with it.
Can you help me? Okay, got it. Okay, so I'm going to use my Behance portfolio as a guideline or something that will suggest all the projects that I've done with a timeline. Um, so, like Pranati said, I studied information technology in my bachelor's. Um, right after that, I wanted to switch to design, but I was a little unsure about all the kind of work it includes and whether or not I was cut out for it because I was going to be changing my field of study entirely. So I started working as a research assistant at IIT, IDC Bombay. I took up a lot of projects there, including photography, photo montaging, augmented reality projects, animation film projects. So here's one from that time, which is really close to me and one of the first projects I ever did. In this project, so this is a book project, photo montaging for a book. That tells stories about Vidarbha farmer suicide cases and the trauma that the families go through. So we went to the villages, took video interviews with the people, and then based on their stories and their life there and the photographs we collected, I created a series of photo montages which were used as breaker pages in the book. So this project was the first project that I took up as a designer, illustrator, photographer, and I didn't even know what the bifurcation then was. So I put in everything I had. It also made me realize that what you visualize in the end matters and not the titles or the roles that you take up in a project. You end up giving your best anyway. So these are some of those projects. um, okay, next was I also learned a lot of etching printmaking while I was there, so that gave me a chance to understand printmaking techniques like intaglio and block printing. So this was zinc plate etching, where I worked with chemicals and zinc plate and created illustrations on them for a storybook. Um, this is a personal project; it was never published. But as somebody who was just starting in the field, it was really eye-opening for me and very important to understand the field of illustration before starting out. This is another one. It's just a practice photo montaging kind of a project. From there, once I finished my work at IIT IDC, I started working in Bhopal with a publication house, and they had a lot of illustration requirements. So I went there because at IIT I realized I did not have a lot of technical know-how of a graphic designer and what publication or layouting or grids or any of these things meant. But I enjoyed illustration. And if I went to a publication house, it would help me prepare a better portfolio. By this time, I was convinced that I was going to take up designing as a professional career and sort of leave IT behind. So I went to a publication house, and that helped me understand all the technicalities of how printing for large scale is done in copies of 8,000 and so forth. So, yeah, this is one of those. This is the first project, the big project I took up there. It's a book, again, with illustration. These are the final pages of the book. This also has everything in it: layouting, grades, photography, textures, anything I could use to make it look really raw and interesting for children. Yeah, project one. Then this is illustration again. Although right now it's just illustrations. It was later on published as a book, but I don't have images for that. Um, Yeah, these are two projects. On the side, I was taking up a lot of hobby projects. So I started working with a local journalist who worked for Hindustan Times. And because Bhopal is such an active place, I started documenting the Narmada Bachao Andolan that was going on at the time. And that helped me create a body of work for photography. So even though I was into design and illustration, I also wanted to create portfolio for photography on the side. So this is a part of that. Yeah. Paul, I mean, feel free to stop me or make me pause at any time if you feel like it. This is another photography portfolio project. This was for Teach for India, which is an NGO. They work in different cities in India, and they work with schools to better their curriculum or study styles, classroom techniques. So a part of that is a lot of workshops, weekly workshops, and I help them document those. Cool. On the side, I was working for film movie posters. So I illustrated and designed a movie poster for a movie that was selected at the Cannes Festival. Um, while working at IDC, I had a lot of options and opportunities to work with people who were a part of the industry already. That also helped me get in touch with um, the editor at Oxford Delhi Press, and she gave me a lot of projects for book cover designs. All of this is happening before I even went to NIT. These are all parts of my portfolio, but they're also helping me understand whether or not I'm cut out for the kind of work it entails, moving to graphic design. So these are some of them. With the raw knowledge. Okay, so then in 2015, I went to NID, and this is one of my first classroom projects or classroom assignments. It's a logo design assignment. So these were the ideation explorations. samples, peripherals, typography, and merchandise. This is sort of like the default documentation method for any project that you take up. And another one of my first year projects was this. It's again logo design and identity, brand identity for a corporate uh, health group. Yeah. So illustrations and visual language. What was their brand vision? What was the message they wanted to convey to the consumers? All the logo language that would go with it, roughs and extra options. A bit of animation, which would help convince the client better. It always helps. Collaterals with the same language. Yeah. So I guess my work before I went to NID convinced me that illustration and design for me would always go hand in hand. I would always make illustration a part of all of my projects. That was my strong suit and something I enjoyed most. Dry design for me would become mundane, and so I try to steer away from it. So yeah, this was another one of my college assignments, a book cover design. Black Swan. It's based on, there's a movie as well, and although the movie is based on the book, or I don't know exactly what the truth there is, but my book cover design is actually based on the movie. So yeah, these are all the original covers, and this is the movie poster, fan art, I think, and this is my fan art. Typography that I selected for the title and the subtitle. Great. So these are three assignments that I worked on during my college work. Then, when I completed my college coursework, I started working at a design house in Bombay called Bombay Dub Design with a famous artist Samir Kulawur and his sister Zeenat Kulawur, who's also a graphic designer. So this is a two-man army agency, and all of their work is also heavily oriented on based on illustration and graphic design. So the first project worked on with them was the Bacardi limited edition box. As you can see, it's all illustration. Illustration dictates everything in their work as well. So we created a lot of samples for every element. First, we created a basic composition, then elements for each one of them. Then, with the combinations, we created the best kind of composition that was there. And yeah, during printing, we made sure we printed in golden, so we had to take care of all the technicalities there with foiling and offset printing and quantity and all of that. So yeah, this was a nice project. There's a mural painting project for Google Duo. It's a product launch project where we created murals for two cities, Delhi and Jaipur, and also this cute Vespa, which we have to decorate. So yeah, these were the two designs which we composed digitally at first. Then we printed out the canvas and we started painting it, and the whole thing was done in 4 days. So yeah. This wasn't planned, and we did this on the spot because Google wanted it. The team just gave us two Vespas, and we had to just go ahead and do whatever we wanted with them. So we used the stickers, re- the re- the bright stickers that the trucks use for as indications at night. We use those sticker films as decoration for the bike, and yeah, none of this was drawn or planned. It was on the spot. And yeah. So these were the two big projects I worked on during my 6 month internship, among others, which I didn't complete during my time, worked on but didn't complete them there. And yeah. And yeah, since then I've been working on client projects. I've been exploring 3D mediums, and here's a few samples of that. 3D is also really interesting, has nothing to do with illustration, and until I tried it, I did not know I would enjoy it. But a client needed logo animation, and I thought, why not make it realistic? So that's that. This is some trials, trials. Yeah. There's a lot you can do with 3D. Everything becomes a part of graphic design for me, be it on paper, on screen. I've also done mock-ups of app designing that I can do. Until I started learning this, either I never thought I would actually like it, but I do now. Yeah. This doesn't have illustration at all, but sometimes that's what the client wants. So that's what the client wants. Yeah, I think I'm done. Do you want to take over?
Okay. So I will request everybody to please ask the questions. Okay, ma'am. So I have a question. What is photogening, or what
Photo
did you say?
montage?
Yeah,
Okay, so
photoging.
yeah, so photo montaging is a method of representing through photographs, but a scene that you have created for yourself. So a lot of times you will see during these starting credits of Narcos or something, where you see photographs with graphics and then blood splatter and all of that. So those techniques where you use actual photographs, but for your own storytelling, that's called photo montaging. You cut
Okay.
and paste parts of a lot of photographs for a single composition. Yeah.
Okay. And what is cryptography?
Okay, cryptography is a term from my information technology study days. Cryptography is uh, coding and then decoding of messages from sender to the receiver. So, like when I send you an email, if somebody happens to catch hold of that email before it reaches you, should not be able to decipher it or understand what I have sent to you. So, for that, Gmail is going to code it in a way that none other than the receiver will ever be able to understand it. That's cryptography.
Okay. So Nidhi has a question. How did you go into designing field?
Yeah, it's actually funny. As a child, I've always been into drawing, and I used to draw on table mats, curtains, bathroom walls, and I never thought that I would not take up anything except fashion designing or something like that since childhood. But then when I grew up and the time came, my parents decided information technology for me. And I thought that was the end of it. I would study IT, then I would study masters in IT or computers, and I would have a career in IT only. But then when I was completing my graduation, I saw this IDC poster in my college, and I realized that even if I have a technical degree, I can switch my field and go to IIT. As an engineer, IIT is like a big name. So I figured my parents would never be able to say no to that. So I started preparing for IIT, and then I realized there exists NID, and then I went to NIT.
Okay. Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Can you please stop your screen sharing?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so Bhargavi has a question. Uh, is it necessary to learn coding if you want to go into UI UX design or maybe graphic design or something?
Not at all. You do not have to know
So
the.
is it beneficial if you know the coding?
Of course, it's like you know what fabrics are like if you want curtains made for your house. It's always beneficial, but you don't have to know everything about it. So it's beneficial, but it's not even expected from the client. You can always learn it and be this unicorn designer who knows everything, but you don't have to know it.
Okay. So
You can expect it.
yeah. Mansi has a question. Do graphic designers always face extra criticism from clients? And if so, how do you deal with it?
With confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Uh, we have a question from Sachi. How much planning goes into illustration projects?
Same kind of planning for every project. You have a vision, you create roughs for it, you also create rough illustrations for the composition. And then there's the third phase where you start with trials, and a fourth phase where you log the style and you create final product. I think the same kind of planning goes into every design project.
Okay, just a second. I'll just full screen you. Sorry. Okay, so we have a question from Bhargavi. Mechanical pencil or the traditional one?
It depends on what output you want. When I want to do geometry constructions, definitely mechanical pencil because I cannot afford the thickening and then thinning of the lead width. But when I'm doing something freehand, definitely a traditional pencil for me.
Okay. Um, so I have a question. After your engineering, how did you approach, book covers and illustration, or how did you start your journey?
Um, so I had a few friends who were studying at IIT, and through them, I met some IDC students because I wanted to know more about life at IDC right after engineering because I was preparing to give my CET exam and all of that at the time. Um I was hanging out with them a couple of days, helping them out with their college projects, um, with their assignments, with their installations at college. And one thing led to another. And when you're around such people, you just happen to make friends and get contacts. And people always like a fresh talent who's got a different take at things. So people give me a shot.
Okay. Uh, so we have our exams right around the corner. So any tips for us?
Right. When is the exam?
January.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a question. How important is detailing in illustration?
It depends on the style again. Some people have a really detailed style, and it's important for that project. Sometimes you have to let go of detailing because it's not really required. The viewer is not going to pay that much attention to it. Like in animation, sometimes frames are moving and the character is moving. So if you spend a lot of time on detailing, it's the project is going to take longer, whereas the client or the viewer might not even notice it. So it really depends on what is the output.
Okay. So we have a question from Siddhi. What
Mhm.
was the zinc art you made? How did you came to know about it?
While I was working at ITC, they had a printmaking studio. They don't have one anymore because not a lot of students took up printmaking during their course. But back then they did, and because I was interested, I was handling the studio. So I created my own works there. It was by chance. Right now, though, you can find the machines at Prince of Wales Museum. I think they let people use them in Mumbai and even JJ College. So I think you have to apply and you can get through the administration and use the equipment there.
Okay, so we have a question from Sai. How much is the career scope in illustration?
It's huge. Um, Even if you are not doing anything related to design, if you know how to draw, you can become an illustrator. Every style is welcomed. Every style has its place, whether it is storybooks or apps or any digital platform. Yeah, illustrations are, I think, the best way to communicate anything, at least for me. Then comes text, but first, if you have something graphically represented in drawing, it is usable, so it has a huge scope.
So Bhargavi has a question. Have you done any wall painting project?
Yeah, I have. Uh, but yeah, it was not in my Behance. It was during my Bombay Duck design time. We had to paint a wall at one of the hotels in Kharghar, I think, the park in Kharghar or Vashi. I don't remember. It was like a 1 day thing. But yeah, it was a mural, and even at Sassoon Dock projects. I don't know if you've heard of this in Bombay. There was a huge project in the year 2018, initiated by Start India. Um, the Sassoon Dock project. A lot of artists were invited. Shiloh, Guido, and a lot of international artists as well. So I was volunteering with them, and that's when I did most of my mural work in 2018.
So I have a question. So all those illustrations are digital media or the hand media?
The ones that you saw on Behance,
Yeah.
okay, all of them I think are first hand done and then rendered and photo corrected on Photoshop.
Okay. So just a minute. Okay. So Siddhi is asking, why do you have a double masters?
Okay. I was really unsure on what the career opportunities after designing would be. And right after I completed my IT, my plan was always to do a master's in computer science. So I enrolled into it, but parallelly building a portfolio to move into design if I ever wanted to. And since taking up course in designing is the best way to understand all the technical details that surround the field, I then went ahead and completed my master's in design. So my default plan was Master in Computer Science, and then the improvised plan was NID.
So Jeffy has a question. Which project are you most proud of and very happy you decided to do?
It's actually not in my Behance portfolio. It's a project that I did in my last semester at NID, and it helped me understand geometric designs better. And I still stand by it, and I still practice them. So that's the project that has opened a um what do you call it? New phase of my life. Since then, I've become a different person, practicing different things, taking up different kind of projects, picking the projects that I want, which will help me grow, learning more about patterns and grids and how graphic designing and geometry is related. So it's not here, but yeah, that's the one I'm most proud of.
Okay, so I guess we have the questions here. Done with the questionnaire route. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so um, no questions so far.
All right.
Yeah. So thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out your time.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah.
I hope it was helpful. It was